students, welcome to your and our beautiful channel Maths Nations. Today in this video I will teach you class 10 chapter 1 real numbers. What is real number? Real number is the number which can exist, which have the existence. Real numbers are those numbers which have the existence. Look, just recall what is natural number. Natural number is counting numbers 1 2 3 4, they are natural numbers. Then next, whole number. Whole number includes 0 and all natural numbers. These are whole numbers. Then next, they are set of integers. Set of integers are minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all set of integers. Then next, set of rational number. Set of rational number. Rational numbers are those numbers which can be written in the form of p by q, where q is not equal to 0 and p and q are the integers. Then next, set of real numbers. Real numbers are those numbers which have existence. Which doesn't have existence means meaningless. They are imaginary numbers. You will study about this in next class. Then here, what is real number? Real numbers are those numbers which have existence. Means all natural numbers are real numbers. Here, natural number is subset of whole number. Whole number is subset of integers. Integer is set of rational number. Rational number is set of real numbers. All natural numbers are real numbers. All whole numbers are real numbers. All integers are real number. Or all rational numbers are also real numbers. Which are not real numbers? Suppose minus 2 root. Is it possible? Is it possible? Can you find out square root of a negative number? No, because you know what is square. Square means, suppose a square. A square means a into a. Minus a into minus a, positive. Every time the square is a positive number. You cannot find out square root of a negative number. This is just an imaginary number, not a real number. Then we can write root 2 square root. How? This is plus or minus I root 2. Means imaginary number. What is imaginary number? Imaginary minus 1 square root is written as plus or minus I. This is imaginary number. This number doesn't have any existence. Just you imagine the number. This is imaginary number. All other numbers are real numbers. Then go the rules of divisibility. Rules of divisibility. First, plus or minus 1 divides every non-zero integer. Divides every non-zero integers. Integers means plus or minus 1 is divisible by 5. Plus or minus 1 is divisible by 4. Plus or minus 1 is divisible by minus 3. Plus or minus 1 is divisible by minus 576. Plus or minus 1 is divisible by every non-zero integers. Then what the second law says? Second law says 0 is divisible by any non-zero integers. 0 is divisible. Means any number can be divisible by 0. Suppose 5 is divisible by 0. 0 divides 5, what we get? 0. But 0 doesn't, but 0 does not divide any integer. 0 does not divide any integer, means 0 doesn't divide any integer, means a by 0 is not possible, because 0 at the denominator is meaningless. It is infinite number. 5 upon 0 is cannot possible, but 0 divide 5 means always 0. Then what the fourth rule say? A is a non-zero integer and B is any non-zero integers. A and B are two non-zero integers. Suppose A divides B, this imply A divides minus B. This imply minus A divide B. This imply minus A divide minus B. Means suppose 2 divide 4, which means 2 also divisible by minus 4. Minus 2 also divisible by 4. Minus 2 also divisible by minus 4. Okay. Then what the fifth rule say? If A divides B and B divides A, this imply A equal to plus or minus B. Look at here. Take an example. 4 divide minus 4. Then minus 4 divide 4. Possible? This means 4 equal to plus or minus 4. Plus or minus 4 is equal to plus or minus 4. Clear? Look at here. Suppose A, B, C. Suppose A, B, C are any integers. A divide B and A divide C. A divide B and A divide C. This imply A divides B plus or minus C. A also divides BC. A also divide BX, where X is any integer. A also divide CY, where Y is any integer. Here X is any integer. Look at example to better understand. Suppose 2 divide 8 and 2 divide 4. Then 2 must be divisible by 8 plus or minus 4. Look at here. 2 is divided 8 plus 4. Means 2 is divisible by 12. 2 is also divisible by 8 minus 4. 2 is divisible by 4. Possible? If 2 is divisible by 8, 2 is divisible by 4, then 2 must be divisible by 2. 8 plus or minus 4. Look at, देखो. Suppose A is divisible by B and A is divisible by C, then A must be divisible by B plus or minus C. Look at here. If A is divisible by B and A is divisible by C, then A must be divisible by B and C. देखो, look at here. A is divisible by 8. A is divisible, 2 is divisible by 4. Then 2 must be divisible by 8 into 4. 2 is divisible by 32. Is it possible? Yes. 2 is divisible by 8 means 2 is divisible by 8 into 2. 2 is divisible by 8 into 3. 2 is divisible by 8 into 4. 2 is divisible by 8 minus 2. 8 into minus 2, sorry. Means if A is divisible by B, then A must be divisible by BX. X may be any integer. Then this is same for A divisible by C, means A divisible by CY if Y is any integers. Then understand what the Euclid lemma. Then there must exist unique integer q and r. Then there must exist a unique integers q and r such that a equal to b q plus r, where r is greater than equal to 0 less than b. This means dividend is equal to quotient into divisor plus remainder. Take an example for better understanding. Suppose a equal to 455, then b equal to 42, then what is here, q equal to 10, then r equal to 35. Look at here. A equal to b q plus r, then what is the condition of r? R is greater than equal to 0 and less than b. Then here a is 455 is equal to 42 into 10 plus 35. What is the value of 35? 35 is greater than equal to 0 and less than 42. Okay. Today this much. Like, share and subscribe and stay tuned for the upcoming videos. Press the bell icon to get the notification of the upcoming videos. Thank you, students. In next class we will proceed.